What's up, gamers? I'm your host, Cobra, and on today's Freeroll, I'm introducing you to a new web3 game called FOAD. FOAD is a competitive party game. Think Fall Guys plus grenades. Yeah, lots of excitement and fun going on with this one, fellas. Each FOAD is a unique character and design. The game is Unreal Engine 5 powered and boosted by the power of Web3 assets. The game's available today via Steam, and you can request early access right now. I will include the link below. Definitely go do that. First, let's start with a bunch of the features that I really like about this project. First and foremost, it is free to play, and I have said it many times, but in my opinion, that feature is table stakes if you want to have any chance at reaching a massive audience and onboarding lots of gamers. So we'd love to see free to play for any of the games that we are checking out. That is definitely the case for FOAD. In the future, there is going to be PvP modes that scale up to 20 players. And with a game like this and all the explosive action going on, 20-player matches sound like a ton of fun, and I can't wait to check that feature out in the future. The game also heavily features crafting, upgrades, and unlocks for your FOADs that are going to allow you to customize both your gameplay and your character, and that is just a lot of fun, plus gives us really cool long-term goals to grind towards, which is really important, especially in a free-to-play game. There's also daily FOAD drops, which keeps things exciting, and it's always fun to get your hands on a new Web3 collectible. And then finally, there's also a really neat social hub, because after all, we need somewhere to flex our dope FOAD characters. First, let's dive into my most favorite of those features, the Armory. Inspect, craft, customize. The Armory is all about building out and customizing your FOAD so that you can tailor it to your specific gameplay experience. This is where you're going to go to unlock new abilities and grow your stats, and then customize the equipment and features that your FOAD is utilizing. This gives us a long-term goal to grind towards, as there's going to be a great many things that you can unlock. It's also an area that they can continue to add to over time to keep our content fresh and exciting. And it's also going to allow you to personalize your characters so that they look and act and feel the way that you want them to. That gives you a personalized touch and approach to the game. It makes the gameplay itself a lot more fun, but it also means that you can build something that looks very cool, which is a lot of excitement and really adds a ton of value to the Web3 components that are baked into this game. So does FOAD look like a fun and exciting game that you want to check out? Well, good news, gamers, because the time is right now. This month, the FOAD team is putting on their pre-alpha tournament called the Magma Trials. And the Magma Trials is your first opportunity to get your hands on the game's IP and the game content itself. You get to jump in and start playing the game right away and put up a big score on the leaderboard. If you tweet out your highest score, then you're going to be eligible to win one of several very cool prizes, like up to $3,000 in USDC, a Steam Deck device, which would be very cool for playing FOAD mobily, a 4070 Ti GPU, which quite frankly I could really use, and maybe most importantly, that is probably your best path towards getting on the allow list for the Genesis drop. So when Genesis drop? Well, that's going to be happening in May, so about 2 months from the time that we're publishing this video, which means it's not right around the corner, but you have some time to prepare. So jump into the Discord, start following both the Freeroll and FOAD on Twitter so that you can interact with the community and stay on top of all of the events, activities, and opportunities to engage with the project. The Genesis drop itself is going to be quite exciting. There's only 3,000 supply available, which is quite small, especially in the context of a game. In the future, you can absolutely bet there's going to be a lot more than just those 3,000, but these will be the Genesis collection, which is going to have additional benefits beyond just being a very cool in-game NFT that you can use. Some of those benefits are that it is a perpetual battle pass. That means that everybody else is going to have to pay a small fee for each new season of the game. However, Genesis holders are going to be able to experience each one of those for free for life. And that's very cool, especially if this game gets very popular. There's also going to be exclusive, hyper rare FOAD collectibles dropped to Genesis holders for each and every new season. And this is extra cool because if the game takes off, if it gets anywhere near Fall Guys in terms of its level of popularity, then 3,000 items is incredibly small. So this is potentially going to be a very nice airdrop for Genesis holders each and every new season. That, of course, depends entirely on the success of the game, but from what we see so far, they've produced something fun, so they have a real chance to achieve that. Then finally, if you're a Genesis holder, you're also going to get early access to each and every new game mode and be one of the first to play new versions of the game, which is always an exciting and fun benefit. The price of the Genesis FOADs is only going to be 0.03 Ethereum. That is quite reasonable in the context of NFTs, a little bit pricey for a video game, but important to note that if you just want to play the game, you don't necessarily need to be a Genesis holder. That is going to be more aimed at the collectors and investors that are interested in this project. I, for one, certainly am going to be checking out that mint when it happens. Make sure that you are following all of the accounts, including the Freeroll, so that you don't miss out on the Genesis drop happening in May. More specific details are sure to come. Who else is going to jump into the Magma Trials and check out the game FOAD? I know for sure I'd like to get my hands on some allow list for that Genesis drop in May, so we are going to be checking it out here at the Freeroll. I hope you found this video fun and informative, and if you did, consider hitting that subscribe button. I am following all of the coolest Web3 games as they release and helping you stay on top of which ones are worth checking out and posting lots of how-to videos in terms of being good at those games. So make sure that you are subscribed to the Freeroll so you don't miss any of that exciting future content.